So real quick before the next video starts, I just wanted to take a minute, take a second to kind of talk about what's going on in the country and the world right now, specifically regarding George Floyd and what happened in Minneapolis and the little over a week it's been with the protests going on. First and foremost, I want to say I stand fully behind and fully with the black community. It's absolutely atrocious what happened, going all the way back to the early 90s in LA, all the way up to now with what keeps happening. So it's clearly evident that that needs to stop. Several ways to do it. The protests are great as long as they remain, when I say peaceful, I just mean avoiding the rioting and the looting that's going on. The biggest and simplest way to make change and affect change is vote. I'm not gonna sit here and tell people how to vote. That's for you. But come November and then all the way beyond that, get out to the polls, vote. This year, if it's all mail-in voting, however you can, that's how to positively impact change in that way. The other thing you can do along those lines is actually run for office. It can be local, state, federal, on the national level, all different levels of government that you can run for to be a direct impact of that change. But it is unfortunate to see how some bad actors, I won't name any names, the news is covering that plenty, is possibly helping to fuel the violence at the protest, causing the riots, causing the looting, particularly on businesses that have nothing to do with it. They're private businesses, small businesses, which is just impacting the local economy and the larger economy as a whole. So please go stand your ground, and if protesting is what you need to do right now, go protest. Just do it safely, which kind of ties in with what I'm branding as the channel's new slogan, my new slogan generally, which is be kind and be real. Be kind to everybody and be real about it. So let's get to this next video. All right, so we made it to Kentucky. We have dropped off the helicopter officially. We've got our rental van to drive us and all of our stuff to Nashville, where we're gonna fly out of tomorrow. We're getting ready to hit the road. It's about an hour to get there. And then tomorrow morning, I'll go check in at the airport and we'll really get to look and see what air travel is looking like right now during the pandemic and the social distancing and all of the shutdowns relating to it. And again, all right, so I'm all checked in and through security at Nashville Airport. And they got a nice little window looking at least some of the terminal. And as I look, it looks like on this side where American is, there's only, looks like maybe 2 planes out of about 6 or 7 that can fit. There might be some on the other side of this rampway. And then over here, I can see a Sun Country in Alaska and a Delta jet. So about half, maybe a third that can fit here. And full disclaimer, I've never been to or through Nashville Airport, so I don't actually know how busy it normally is. It's a little bit of a bustle this morning, but the mornings tend to be busy for flying. And so we'll work our way over to the gate and see how it looks at the gate waiting for the flight. So I did find one restaurant that's open. It's Old Charlie's Restaurant and Bar. But even though they're open, it's for takeout only. Order at the bar, and then they'll give it to go. And it looks like they probably have possibly a limited menu. And over there is Starbucks. I thought I could I thought I could smell some coffee from down the hallway. However, it's a very long line in there. It looked like there were probably at least 20 or 25 people in line. So I'll probably just gamble it and hope they're serving on the plane so I can get some coffee in the plane. So as the morning has progressed, it's almost 9 o'clock and it's still very, very empty in here. And there's not a whole lot of people over at my gate, C6 over there.
which is surprising because I'm flying an American Airbus A320 to Dallas-Fort Worth, which is the hub for American, and there's almost nobody on this plane, it looks like. So we should be boarding here in just a few minutes, and then we'll see how the plane looks. Walking down the very deserted jet bridge. Well, I am all alone in this row. We'll slide over and get some cool footage out of the window. Alone for a second so I could take my mask off to get a breath of freshish air, I guess. And yeah, there's nobody. I'm the only person on the entire escalator. Flip around so you can see, get a shot behind me. Absolutely nobody behind me. And as I come around the corner here, it's pretty darn empty here too. There's a couple people. Let's mask up and on we go. As you can see, once again, Dallas, normally a really busy airport, is basically vacant. Looks like there might be a little bit more people on the flight to LA than there was to Dallas, but it's hard to tell because people, come and go. But there's definitely lots of open seating in the gate area. So I'm not really sure how many there'd be, but I'll try to get a shot from the back of the plane just to see how full it really is. I tried to get one on the last flight, but they turned the seatbelt sign off for only about 3 minutes. We hit a little bit of turbulence, and since it wasn't a very long flight, the captain said he was just going to leave it on for the entire flight. So we didn't actually get up. Plus, they didn't do any in-flight service, no drinks, no food, or anything. And we're off the plane in LA. Working my way up the jet bridge. I'll run a little bit walking through this airport because this is what I really wanted to see. It's just how empty it is. And we gotta find our bags. Here's a shot of an otherwise normally really busy, congested and compacted Ravels terminal. There's one car sitting here, and I can barely see any other cars lined up anywhere here. It's come down, might have been up a little too high. At this time of day during the week, this would be almost bumper to bumper.
All right, so I made it home safely. Took a 30-minute taxi ride from LAX over to Los Alamitos, which normally at that time of day would have taken about an hour. So all in all, the flight from Nashville was maybe a third full, I would estimate. And then the flight to LA, once I got a better look at it after I walked down the aisle, I'd say it was probably about 90% full. It was pretty full. Airports were deserted though, and you just saw the footage from around LAX at the arrivals area where there were no cars. If you have to fly right now, please make sure to socially distance as much as possible. Make sure to bring your masks, because most major airlines right now are requiring masks on the flight. We had a couple people that tried to get on without a mask, and they would not let them on the plane until they took one from the flight attendant, and then everybody had to wear it on the plane unless they were drinking or eating at the time. But if you don't have to travel for essential needs, work or whatever, stay home right now. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, consider subscribing to the channel, and if you ring the bell below, you'll get notifications of all of our future videos. And as always, remember, be kind and be real, and join us on our next experience.